Well, firstly, welcome to the Australian Tourism Exchange. This is the biggest event of this nature in the Southern Hemisphere. It presents for us, under the stewardship of Tourism Australia, a wonderful opportunity to actually showcase Australia. It's about bringing people from overseas, and over 3,000 have registered to date, and it's still increasing, to actually enable them to experience firsthand the wonderful tourism opportunities that Australia offers. I must say it's terrific to be in West Australia with Sheila, the West Australian Minister, and this is the second time in recent years that this event has actually been held in Perth, which is a statement about the success of Western Australia from a tourism perspective. But I'm also pleased to say that in opening ATE today, that we are able to announce a terrific marketing opportunity between us and the film industry with respect to the Film Australia, which will be launched later this year. Tourism Australia has in recent months been in close discussion with 21st Century Fox to actually talk about a very strategic international and Australian marketing agreement which enables us to actually use the Film Australia to actually promote Australia internationally as a tourism experience. And the nature of this understanding is that we're basically going to sell a message. See the movie and see Australia. So I'm pleased to announce today that Tourism Australia will go forward with this strategic marketing arrangement. And it's all about basically showcasing Australia internationally. I simply want to say to 21st Century Fox, thanks for the opportunity to actually develop this arrangement. Would you like to say something, Sheila?
Well, also in welcoming our 3,000 delegates to Western Australia, the ATE is a very significant tourism event for Australia, and we're delighted to have the opportunity to host it for the second time in 3 years here in Western Australia. The international visitation to Western Australia has increased significantly since the last ATE, and we see this event as a strategic event to promote Australia, to promote Western Australia. I'm delighted with the commitment of the Rudd government to support our endeavours through the commitment that the Federal Minister has made today in relation to the Film Australia. And as Martin has said, see Australia and come and visit Australia. The West Australian government invested $500,000 into Baz Luhrmann's project to secure the filming in the Kimberley, and we will be committing over $1 million to work with Tourism Australia, to work with our federal colleagues to maximise the opportunity of once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to promote our great state and our wonderful nation through the Film Australia.
Does that Minister Hale has said how much WA spending on the Baz Luhrmann and the Film Australia side of things. Can you tell us what Tourism Australia is?
Tourism Australia, and they're in attendance, have allocated key financial resources in the developing and the marketing arrangements to date. There'll also be quite a few considerable millions spent internationally, and I don't know if Jeff, you're in a position to go through those details at the moment, Jeff? You've got to understand Tourism Australia is at arm's length to the Minister in terms of these financial decisions. Jeff Buckley's here as the CEO, he could probably fill you in on the detail.
Just in terms of the dollars that we will be committing to this event, it is the biggest opportunity we see for the 08-09 financial period. We'll be swinging most of our resources towards this opportunity in one shape or other. We have yet to finalise some of the marketing arrangements. That is happening as we speak, and we clearly want to also work with the state and territory partners in an integrated way to make the most out of it. So it's about capturing all of the opportunity.
You've got to also understand that in promoting Australia, you don't just look at the dollars put on the table, such as by the Western Australian Tourism Organisation and Tourism Australia. You also look at the strategic marketing arrangements that Tourism Australia enters into with the private sector. So you actually get a piggy banking in terms of multiplier effect of the money we put on the table as a government, and then the private sector actually adds in terms of their own marketing internationally. And prime example of that, for example, is Qantas. So actually bring together both the private sector and the government organisations to get a bigger bang for the dollar in terms of marketing of this film. It's interesting to note that Qantas has been a big supporter of the Film Australia, and actually every time you sit on a plane over the last couple of months there's been footage about the making of the film. So we've already got a strategic relationship with Qantas relating to the film.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you very much. Yes, you'll deal with gas later, my friend. You're full of gas at the moment.